everyone, and welcome back to another sewing video. If you are new here, hi, welcome. My name is Bianca and I usually film sewing and DIY videos, mostly clothing tutorials and a couple of baby DIYs since I like sharing with you what I make for my son as well. So in today's video I'm going to show you how I made this top that I am wearing. It is a really simple tutorial as usual, so it is also beginner friendly. If you're a beginner at sewing, you can totally do this. It doesn't require any pattern, all you have to do is to cut out some rectangles out of your fabric. Before we get into it, I'm going to tell you everything about the fabric that I've used, the measurements you'll need to take, and how to plan out your fabric, since the #1 question that I get asked under almost every video that I post is how much fabric do I need. So I'm going to show you the formula so you can determine on your own how much fabric you will need based on your own measurements.
Before we start, I'm going to quickly show you how you can wear this top. Since the sleeves have elastic at the wrists, you can pull them up and create more puffiness around the arm area, or you can just wear your sleeves full length. Overall, this top is very comfortable if you've chosen the right length for your elastic. It has a really nice square neck and you can also wear it off shoulder. Now let's get into the measurements. Before you start, you'll need to take 3 measurements. The first measurement is your arm length, then you'll need your chest circumference and the length of the body for your top. And this is how you'll need to take the first measurement, so the length of your arm. Start from your shoulder. If you have a t-shirt on, you can use the shoulder seam from your t-shirt as a starting point and measure from the shoulder to your wrist. The second measurement, the chest circumference, is really basic, so I don't have to explain much here. And then I basically measured my bra. You'll have to decide how low you want your top to sit. Start from there and measure down up until you reach the bottom of your bra. Now let's move on to the pattern. As I've already said, this is going to be really easy and all you have to do is to cut out 3 rectangles. So here I'm going to draw the first rectangle, which will be our top. The length of your rectangle should be your chest circumference times 1.5. I'm going to write the formula with my black pen and I'm going to use my blue pen to write down my exact measurements. The width of this rectangle should be your body length plus 15 centimeters, so about 6 inches. So my top rectangle will be 120 centimeters long and 35 centimeters wide. Next you'll need 2 identical rectangles, which will be your sleeves. And here I continued drawing and didn't notice that I am out of frame, so I'm going to show you the measurements for the sleeves like this. So the length of your 2 rectangles should be your arm length plus about 20 centimeters, so about 8 inches. And the width really depends on how puffy you want your sleeves to be. I made mine 50 centimeters wide, so about 20 inches, but you can make them even puffier if you like. And now I'm quickly going to show you how I plan out my fabric. This is especially useful if you have a smaller piece of fabric. I really like to draw it and see how I can cut into it as efficiently as possible. My fabric piece is 150 centimeters long and 84 centimeters wide. So this will be my top piece, so the longest rectangle that I have to cut out. And then I'm going to divide the bottom part in half, which will create 2 75 by 49 centimeter squares. If you remember, my original measurements were 72 by 50 centimeters. But the design is really forgiving, so you can add or subtract a couple of centimeters without compromising the design. So once again, here is the measurement for my fabric piece and the measurements for the rectangles we need to cut out. Now moving on to the fabric. The fabric that I've used is 100% viscose and it is a really nice olive green color. Besides your fabric, you will need a measuring tape, some fabric scissors, some elastic band as wide as you like, and a pencil to mark out your fabric. The first thing that I did is to lay my fabric flat on the floor, and I took my notes to make sure I cut out my fabric as I intended to, and basically copied the drawing that I had in my notebook onto my fabric. So this is the biggest rectangle that I am going to use as my top, and then I'm folding the rest of the fabric in half and cutting it right through the middle. And these will be my sleeves. So once again, here are the rectangles for my sleeves, and this is my top that I folded to fit into the frame. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to hem the ends of each sleeve. And I'm doing this by simply folding the edges inwards twice and securing them with an iron, then with some pins, and sewing them using a straight stitch. Don't forget to use matching thread on your bobbin as well. And here are my hemmed sleeves. Now I'm going to take a measuring tape and measure 10 centimeters from the edge of the fabric upwards, so about 4 inches. And I'm using a pencil to mark it, creating a straight line across. To create a tunnel for the elastic, you will have to work on the wrong side of the fabric. Now pinch the fabric where you marked it and fold it. Pin it in place since viscose can be pretty slippery. Then take your elastic to figure out how wide you'll need to make your tunnel. You'll basically need to be able to pull the elastic through the tunnel, so make a mark or just eyeball it, it's your decision. Then you can go ahead and sew a straight line across. I've used the width of my sewing foot as reference since it had about the same width as my elastic band. So this is what you'll end up with. Now press this tunnel, as I call it, with your fingers down so it lays flat over your fabric, and pin it in place all the way across. Now you can go ahead and sew this edge down using a straight stitch as well. And this is how it should look like in the end. I hope my instructions were clear since this is what we are going to do over and over again for this project. Elastic can vary in strength, so I always recommend trying it directly on your wrist instead of measuring it. You will need 4 pieces of elastic that fit around your wrist. And since I decided to eyeball the width of my tunnel, it turned out to be too narrow, so now I have to cut the elastic lengthwise to make it thinner. As you've noticed at the beginning of this video, my top had 2 elastic bands around my wrist. So now I'm making the second tunnel for my second elastic band at about 5 centimeters distance from the first one. And I'm basically repeating the same thing that I did earlier. I'm folding the fabric, pinning it and sewing it using a straight stitch. Then I'm pressing the tunnel down and sewing it along the other edge as well. And this is the finished result. And now comes the hardest part in my opinion, and that is pulling the elastic through your tunnels. I struggled so much at this point that seems to be the easiest. I guess my safety pins weren't the best quality because they kept opening while I was trying to pull the elastic through. I even tried holding them shut using some washi tape, but that didn't work either. So after your 2 ends of the elastic meet, you'll need to sew them together using a zigzag stitch. And you'll need to do the same with the other elastic band. After many failed attempts, I've decided to use my tube turner to pull the elastic through, and it worked really well, but just keep in mind that it won't work for every step of this project since the tube turner is not that flexible. Now fast forward while I repeat all these steps and do the second sleeve. Before sewing the sleeves closed, we'll need to cut off the edges from the upper part of the sleeves, and I'm going to show you exactly how. This is a quick drawing of my sleeve. The bottom part is where my elastic bands are. So for this you'll need to measure from the top of your bust down until you reach the middle, so basically where your nipple is. So for me that is 8 centimeters, and on top I'm going to go with 3 centimeters. I believe that is a pretty standard measurement, so you can go with 3 centimeters as well. So about 1 inch. Now take your sleeves and lay them flat as they were represented in the drawing, and you can start creating the triangles on top using your own measurements. Then you can go ahead and cut those out. Repeat for the second sleeve. Now take each sleeve and fold it right sides together, pin it and sew it using a straight stitch. Now that you have your sleeves ready, we are going to finally move on to the top. Take the fabric rectangle for your top and fold it in half. Cut it along the folded edge so you end up having two pieces. Now you'll need to cut out the edges for the top as well as we did for the sleeves, and you're going to use the same measurements. So again, I'm measuring 2 centimeters horizontally from the edge of the fabric inwards and 8 centimeters upright. After you have the edges of your top cut off, you can go ahead and sew the sides together and then hem the upper edge of your top. Again, I folded the edge of the fabric inwards twice. I've used an iron to secure it in place. I've pinned it all the way around and sewn it using a straight stitch. And I've also gone ahead and did the same thing for the bottom hem of the top as well. Now you'll need to connect the sleeves to the top. Make sure everything is right sides together, and to attach the sleeves you will basically need to connect the two V-shapes that you've created by cutting out those edges. And since you've used the same measurements for the top and for the sleeves, they should fit perfectly together. So I've pinned the first sleeve to the top, but I think here is where you can see even better. These two pieces have basically the same shape, so you just need to place them one on top of the other, pin them together and sew them using a straight stitch. Of course, if you have a serger, you can use that. I use my normal sewing machine and I usually do a straight stitch. And then I go over the edge of the fabric using a zigzag stitch, just to make sure it doesn't fray. Now you've got yourself a very long top, so you'll need to add some elastic. I'm using the exact same technique as I did for the sleeves. I'm folding the fabric like this and creating a tunnel to pull the elastic through. This time we will only use one elastic band. Pull the elastic all the way through. Here is where your tube turner will no longer help, since this is quite a bit of material and it also is circular. Sew the ends of the elastic together and sew the opening close. Now it's time to try on your top. Make sure everything fits nicely and it's comfortable. Here is where you can decide where you want your other two elastic bands to go. Use a measuring tape and a pencil to mark out where you'll need to make the folds and create the tunnels for your other two elastics. And for the last 2 times in this project, I am going to create the tunnels to insert the elastics. I'm going to fast forward through this part, since I know exactly that you have already figured out how this goes by now. And here is the finished top. I really like it. I hope you do too. It fits really nice and it is really comfortable since it only has elastic. You can wear it in so many different ways and it is perfect for summer. If you decide to make this top, make sure you tag me or send me a message on Instagram. I always find you have such great taste in fabrics and you choose the most beautiful fabrics for the projects. I've seen so many beautiful skirts and baby nests. So I hope you tag me if you decide to make this DIY top. I really love seeing your creations. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below and I will try to answer all of them. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!